sort of guy makes a good boyfriend? And what exactly is a boyfriend? Okay, I know this might sound stupid, but there are boyfriends, and then there are boyfriends.
Like, my very first boyfriend was Anthony Gerardo. Our common bond was building sandcastles together. As far as 4-year-olds go, Anthony was okay, but he did have one big problem. If anything I did turned out better than anything he did, his reaction was not exactly positive. Clearly, this was a relationship that wasn't destined to last. My next boyfriend was Damon Carruthers. We were in the same year at primary school, and he told me he loved me. Naturally, I said I loved him too. Damon and I didn't really have a lot to talk about. In fact, we had absolutely nothing in common at all. But Damon did achieve one thing. He was the boy who gave me my first kiss. But even at that age, the kiss came with a price tag. After 3 weeks, I realised I had to choose between my love of Damon and my love of lollipops. Inevitably, the lollies won and Damon was dropped. I was suddenly a single 8-year-old again. When I got to high school, I entered my teenage rebel period. To be honest, I was a pretty feeble rebel, but I dressed the part and I soon latched onto the boyfriend to match. Billy Keane was the local hotshot skater boy and I was his crush. He used to let me watch him skate and look after his water bottle. Sometimes he even smiled at me. Billy might have been the local glamour boy as far as skaters were concerned, but I soon worked out that it wasn't exactly a heap of laughs being his girlfriend. Not that I had much time to worry about it. He said my hands made his water bottle too sweaty. So on the anniversary of our first month together, he dumped me. My last boyfriend, before I came to Solid Blue, was Jevon McCree. Jevon was a couple of years older than me and had just got into uni. There were never any conversation problems when Jevon was around. He was always talking. Only problem was, his subject matter was extremely limited.
Like, I've got to be true to myself, because otherwise I'm not me. If I'm not me, who am I?
Yeah, right. It was good that Jevon was so open about himself. But when the only thing someone can talk about is themselves, it does start to get a bit limiting after a while.
I reckon I'm just going to have to trust my instincts in this one. Fortunately, my instincts are pretty good now, one of my strengths, actually. So, if I can really focus, focusing is another one of my plus points, I'm pretty confident I can get it right.
Jevon, can I ask you something?
Of course, you know I'm a great listener.
It's just that I've been wondering lately, what with you going to uni and me going up to Solar Blue, it's going to be hard, isn't it?
I've been thinking about this too, you know.
Really?
Yeah, well, I'm going to have so much on my plate, you know? There's so many demands on me. I mean, you know, I don't know how I'm going to cope.
Right. In the end, it was pretty clear that there wasn't enough room in Jevon's headspace for himself and a girlfriend. Actually, there wasn't enough room in Jevon's headspace for himself and anybody. So we agreed to go our separate ways. Bye, Jevon.
So there you go, the sum total of my childhood boyfriends. Not a particularly impressive bunch, I suppose, but then maybe I wasn't all that impressive to them either. Then I came to Solar Blue. Suddenly, the boyfriend situation changed radically.
Hey!
Within a few days of arriving here, Charlie and I had become friends. Don't ask me why, we just seemed to really like each other.
Maybe that's the secret to it, the fact that we started out as just friends. I wasn't especially wanting to find a boyfriend, and I don't think Charlie was looking for a girlfriend either. We simply enjoyed hanging out together.
This looks very industrious. What's going on?
We're going for a picnic at Aurora Bay. Want to come?
Thanks, but Gary and I thought we'd give ourselves the afternoon off and go see a movie.
Van's ready. Let's go. See you guys.
Bye.
See you tonight.
Oh, we might get dinner in town tonight, so don't wait for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think those two might get together?
Who, Beck and Gary?
Yeah.
That'd be ridiculous. They're just going to see a movie.
And having dinner.
So what? They got to eat somewhere, don't they? I mean, why make a big deal out of it?
I'm not making a big deal. I'm just posing the question.
It'd be a disaster if they did, though.
A disaster? How?
Well, because instead of giving us their attention, they'd be focusing on themselves. Their judgment would totally go out the window.
What? It's not like people lose their brains just because they start going out together.
Yes, they do. It's a scientifically proven fact. All people in love lose all sense of responsibility.
Found the esky.
And an old beach volleyball set. Thought we could have a game or two.
Cool.
What about Beck and Gary? Did anyone ask them?
They've gone out together to a movie and dinner.
Oh, what? That's a disaster.
Not you two.
What do you mean, not me too?
Adam thinks that if they get together, we'll all become poor, neglected little surfing students.
Laugh at me now, but if it does happen, then don't say I didn't warn you, okay?
Anyway, Adam, Guy obviously agrees with you about Beck and Gary.
What are you talking about?
He said it was a disaster that they've gone off together.
Yeah, but I didn't mean it like that.
Well, then what's the problem?
Well, I was hoping that one of them could drive us to Aurora Bay. And if they're not here, that means we've got to walk.
The day Charlie and I moved up a step from being just friends was the day of the picnic. Although the thing that started it was hardly what you'd call romantic.
Oh, Lauren! I'm sorry, are you okay?
Oh, Liv, I think...
Wow, that's real tough, Charlie, beating up the girls in the opposition to win a point.
I think it's about time we had lunch anyway. What do you reckon?
Oh, what? You're just saying that because we were winning.
Oh, as if?
Just gonna wash my face.
Right. Come on, let's get this picnic sorted.
Okay.
Nice one.
It's okay, man.
Where did we put the crackers? They're in the cock back by the blanket.
How are ya?
Fine. I think I've got a bit of a bruise as a memento, though.
Oh, I really am sorry. I honestly wasn't aiming for you.
At least I'm glad to hear that.
Oh, here, I bought you that. I thought you might like to use it.
Thanks. It's really nice of you.
I can be nice if I try. Oh, hey, you've still got some sand in your hair.
I suppose if there was a moment when Charlie and I went from being friends to something more, this was it. I was so touched by his consideration that I couldn't help myself.
There you go, all perfect again. Wow. I guess I'm gonna have to throw volleyballs at your head more often then.
Sorry, Charlie. I shouldn't have done that.
No, don't be sorry. It was great.
You mean that? Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not just saying that because you don't want to hurt my feelings?
No way. And I can prove it.
Suddenly, and without anything being said, I knew that Charlie had changed from being my friend to being my boyfriend. What I didn't know, though, was how so much else would change because of that.
You can't seriously tell me that Beck and Gary would be interested in becoming an item.
Oh, why not? They're both adults. They both have the same interests. They're together a lot.
No, but they both know that they have responsibilities to run the place. How can they do that if they're distracted?
Plenty of husbands and wives run businesses together.
Oh, what? Now you got them married.
No, I haven't, but you know what I mean.
All through lunch, I didn't hear a word anyone said. All I could think about was what had happened between me and Charlie. I could tell he was thinking the same too.
Okay, who wants to try some of my awesome dessert?
This I have to try.
I wouldn't say no.
All right, count me in.
Lauren,
Sorry?
do you want to try some of my fabulous strawberry and yogurt delight?
No, thanks. I'm not really hungry.
You sure? It's really nice.
Even if he does say so himself.
Charles, my dear fellow.
Oh, no thanks. I'm fine.
Okay, suit yourselves. Righto.
Hit me up.
You and Charlie are quiet this afternoon.
Must have been the hit on the head. I think it knocked my brains out.
I hope not.
Come on, Guy, what's in
I'm
it?
not telling you. It's
Oh,
a
you
secret
kidding?
recipe.
Do that.
So there it was. 1 minute Charlie and I were cruising along at altitude. The next minute we'd shot up into the stratosphere together. The oxygen gets thinner and it's a little bit harder to breathe, but I wasn't complaining. I was flying higher and faster than I'd ever done before.
Charlie!
Hey, done.
Charlie and I just couldn't get enough of each other. It was like every moment we could, we'd spend together. Half the time we talked about nothing at all. It didn't matter though. I'd never felt happier.
Hey, dudes, it's cracking.
Nothing. Today's had no surprises whatsoever. It's a complete non-day, if you ask me.
Do
didn't. Life feels cruel, isn't it?
No, I'll just like something interesting to happen to me at least once a day. Is that too much to ask?
Where's Charlie and Lauren, by the way?
Yeah, don't they even eat lunch with us anymore?
Was it something I did? Was it something I said?
Probably.
Guys, do you not notice anything?
Sorry, what?
They're in love.
What? Since when?
Only since about the second week we got here, but I don't think they realised it at the time. Didn't you guys see how gaga they were about each other at the picnic?
Are you serious?
Come on, Charlie hit Lauren in the head with a volleyball. Since when do you do that to someone you got the hots for?
Look, I'm just telling you what I saw, and those two are seriously serious about each other.
Must be something in the air. First those two, and now Beck and Gary.
You're not still on about that, are you?
Where were they this morning at training?
Beck told us, mate. They had to go and have a meeting with some counsellors.
At 7 o'clock in the morning.
It was a breakfast meeting. When else do you expect them to have a breakfast meeting? Lunchtime?
You guys are too trusting. There is something going on between them, and I know it.
And the world expert on romance has spoken.
I'd heard that when people get together, they go backwards in lots of ways. But with Charlie and me, it was completely the opposite.
Guys, finish off the sprint, go!
It was like we both got this sudden burst of energy that just sent us rocketing forward. And with our surfing, it was like we both reached another level. Somehow, we seemed to discover this new confidence in ourselves. Everything was suddenly so easy.
That was slick.
You were awesome.
Oh, look at me stalking. You were carving it up out there.
Do you really think so?
Yeah, it's true. Everyone saw it.
Well done, guys. You look really sharp out there this morning. Sorry, excuse me. Beck. Oh, okay. All right, I'll be up in a minute. Sorry, folks. Beck and I have to go into town again this morning. Just finish off with the regular exercises. You know the routine.
So, was I right or was I right?
About what? The nature of the universe, climate change, the meaning of life?
Ha ha. About Beck and Gary. There's something going on between those two.
Okay, there's something going on with them. It doesn't mean it's going on between them.
Yeah, you know how conscientious they both are. They wouldn't just bail out on us. They're not that kind of people.
Dude, if you're worried about things, why don't you just talk to them about it?
Well, what's the point? I'll just deny it.
Well, what do Charlie and Lauren think?
I don't think they think much about anything right now.
They're pretty wrapped in each other, aren't they?
That's the understatement of the year.
Once Charlie and I hooked up, we weren't really aware of what the others thought about it. In fact, we weren't aware of anything apart from each other. And to be honest, we didn't really care what anyone else thought. We were having too good a time together.
So what did you get?
Even schoolwork was fun.
What? It couldn't be.
Check my answers.
Wednesday night pool game, folks.
Time to close the books.
Do you want to?
I think we might miss it this week.
Yeah, we really want to crack these calculus problems.
They'll still be there at the end of the game.
No, that's cool. You guys play. I'm too busy keeping Lauren under control.
Who's keeping who under control? Have you checked my answers?
Well, you gotta show me.
Okay. So starting with it.
We're gonna go out for a bit, guys. We shouldn't be too long.
Well, where are you going?
We're just meeting some people.
Don't wait up.
Bye.
It's the 4th disappearing act this week. Does anyone still think there's nothing going on?
Something's going on, all right, but they don't look like they're madly in love to me.
Another expert on romance. We are so lucky to be surrounded by boys who know so much of the affairs of the heart.
Guy's got a point. I hardly think Beck and Gary are in the same league as...
Charlie and Lauren.
Yeah, no, I read through.
Are those two joining us, by the way?
The world does not exist for them anymore. They have eyes only for each other.
Well, this is going to be a super exciting game, then, isn't it?
Speak for yourself, man.
When I took time out to think about it, as a boyfriend, Charlie ticked all the right boxes. Number 1, he's interested in me. Number 2, he makes me laugh. Number 3, he's always happy to help me.
It couldn't be.
Check my answers.
Number 4, we both like the same things. And number 5, He's so very, very cute. All in all, you'd have to agree that's a pretty impressive list. From where I sat, it added up to Charlie being just about the perfect boyfriend.
What's got you so tickled? Oh, nothing. Look like all your Christmases have come at once. Maybe they have. Good night. Night.
What I couldn't tell Bridget, or anyone for that matter, was the dream that was starting to take shape in my head. That Charlie and I would both qualify for the Pro Tour and take on the world together. Naturally, we'd both end up as world champions and become the perfect surfing couple. That would be the ultimate present of all time.
People in love aren't really sane, you know?
Oh, attention everyone, the love doctor's speaking.
It's true. In some societies, they actually wouldn't let people who'd fallen in love make important decisions for at least 6 months.
Well, what kind of decisions?
Like signing legal documents, buying a house, that sort of thing.
Why not?
Well, they reckon that when people fell in love, they totally lost their marbles and couldn't be trusted to act responsibly.
Like Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
Sorry guys, you'll have to fill me in on that one.
The Shakespeare play are about two teenagers who were so in love they ended up dying for each other.
That's a bit off, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Where did you find out about all this anyway?
At the dentist, actually.
The dentist?
Well, you know what it's like. You always have to, like, sit there for about 2 hours, and the only thing to do is read those boring magazines they keep.
Oh, and I thought you were turning into a real romantic.
I am a romantic. Just don't ask me to do a Romeo for you, that's all.
Or a Charlie and Lauren either.
They've really got it bad, haven't they?
And if that magazine's right, they're going to be like it for the next 6 months.
By which time the year will be over.
Yeah, well, it was nice knowing him while it lasted.
I have to warn you, I've only ever been bowling once and I was terrible.
That's okay, Adam needs someone to make him look good.
What? I'm going to bowl you off the alley.
Careful, boys. Your hairy chests are showing.
Oh, I've left my money upstairs.
Do you want us to wait?
No, you go ahead. I'll catch up in a minute.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so hungry. Who's cooking tonight?
You're in luck. We are.
Oh, really? Sweet. All right.
Hey, Adam, we're cooking tonight. Hope you guys are hungry.
Oh, we're actually going bowling, so don't worry about it. You just have to look after yourselves.
Really?
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah, see ya.
Oh, never mind. All the more for us.
Wonder why they didn't ask us to join them.
Did you really want to go bowling?
Not especially, but they could have asked.
Oh, don't worry. Tonight we're going to have the biggest slap-up dinner yet.
Although Charlie wasn't concerned, something about the way Adam just breezed out and left us started to eat at me. Had we done something to upset the others? I couldn't think of anything, but it sure felt like one of us had offended somebody.
All right, how good was that night?
Yeah, just because you won.
Yes.
Well, I'm proud to say I've gone from lousy to hopeless.
No, you just need to take better notice of my coaching.
Hi, guys. Anything good on TV?
He didn't miss much.
Where are Beck and Gary?
They went out.
Again.
They're adults, Adam. They are allowed out, you know.
I don't care. Our training routine has become a shambles. It's none of my business what they do in their time off, but this week has been seriously below average.
I have to say, for once, I think Adam's right.
So what do you suppose we do?
Call a house meeting, talk to them.
Not all of us.
Why not? It's affecting all of us.
When?
Sooner the better. How about tomorrow?
I'm confused.
Oh, Adam's just getting worked up over nothing, if you ask me.
No one asked what we thought.
Why would they? It's clearly something Adam's been droning on about to them. They're probably just saving us the boredom.
Still, a house meeting's something that involves all of us.
And we'll be there. Look, don't worry about it.
Maybe Charlie was right. Maybe I was making a mountain out of a molehill. Things still didn't feel right, though.
Well, Cassie and I were talking and she fell asleep. I didn't want to wake her though, so I just covered her in your dinner. I hope you don't mind.
No, that's fine. I'll just sleep in Cassie's bed. Night. If I needed a sign that things were wrong, then seeing Cassie in my bed was it. Suddenly, my new perfect life with my new perfect boyfriend was turning out to be a lot less than perfect. And the reason was obvious. Charlie, we're losing our friends.
What?
Look out there. They're out there and we're both here.
So?
It's been like that for the past couple of weeks. We've just been so wrapped up in each other we haven't noticed.
Notice what?
That we're drifting away and they're cutting themselves off from us. They don't include us anymore because they don't think we want to be included.
So what are you saying? They don't like us being together?
No, not at all. But we have to reach out to them. Otherwise we'll lose them for good.
We just need to ask what's going on, that's all. I mean, it's not like we want to pry into your private lives or anything, because what you guys do together in your own time is totally your own business. It's cool. We're all mature people here, right? And
Mate, just get on with it, will you?
what's wrong?
Oh, well, you've just been prattling on for the last 5 minutes and you haven't actually said anything.
It's okay, Adam. I think we get the picture. And I'm sorry to disappoint you all, but Gary and I are not an item.
With all due respect to Beck, I'm pretty happy with the girlfriend I already have.
Oh, you have a girlfriend?
Strange as it may seem, yes. We've been going out for 4 years.
How come we haven't met her?
Like Adam said, private life is private life. But I will make amends, and I will bring her around, and I will introduce you all.
But what about when you went to dinner and a movie together?
We did. With Gary's girlfriend and a couple of my friends.
But what about all the missed training sessions and the going out?
I'm sorry about that. I know it's been a bit disruptive, but we didn't want you to worry.
Worry about what?
Oh, the local council just had a problem with our lease.
For a while there, it looked as if we might have to close down Solar Blue because of changes to the zoning laws.
So we had to have all these crazy meetings at all hours of the day and night just to sort all this out.
Which, you'll be pleased to hear, we finally have. Our lease is secure.
So, as of today, training will be back to normal.
Well, all's well that ends well.
Agreed. So, who wants breakfast?
Yeah, I'll be in that.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Excuse me, Beck. Charlie and I need to talk to the others for a couple of minutes. Could you and Gary...
We will be in the office. Come and get us when you're done.
What's the problem, guys?
We think you know the answer to that.
Problem is us. Me and Charlie.
Obviously we've been a bit preoccupied with each other recently.
A bit?
Okay, well, a lot. We realised that we've sort of cut ourselves off from you guys, and we're sorry that we have. We really didn't mean to.
And we'd like to come back and join you, if you'll have us back.
Well, according to the love doctor here, you guys are meant to be insane for the next 6 months.
We are.
But seeing as how he was so wrong about Beck and Gary, it means he's probably wrong about you two as well. But I think we can take the risk.
Of course you can come back. We were missing you.
Although I did rather enjoy sleeping in your bed last night. It was so comfortable.
You could not have my bed. Pigeon.
Okay, unless anyone else wants to fall in love right this second, I say we have breakfast. So let's go.
So what sort of guy does make a good boyfriend? Like I said, Charlie ticked all the right boxes. But there was one more that I'd never thought about until it was almost too late. A good boyfriend doesn't take you away from your friends. And if you're like me, you'll want both the boyfriend and the friends. Then again, maybe I'm just greedy.